Welcome back to the fifth and final part of our leading virtual teams during COVID-19. And just a quick recap. Number one was strong foundations. Put your oxygen mask on first. It's all about calm and clarity for you and for your teams. Point two was all about working with the brain in mind and making sure we're encouraging giving prompts and help for our brains to produce those feel-good drugs like dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, the things that help bring our calmness and happiness as much as we can. Point three, build trust through vulnerability and be compassionate and create opportunities for just expressing that kindness and connectedness to your teams. Point four was all about reinforcing stability. You know, you've laid great foundations in those first three sort of disciplines and habits. Now continue to reinforce stability and help remind people it's going to be all right and talk them through and help them and support them and measure where people are at, making sure you understand where people are feeling stable and having good energy and where they're feeling less stable and having less good energy or even negative energy, and work with that, just reinforce that stability. So point five actually almost brings us in a full circle. You have one body. As a leader, as a team player, and you have to treat it well. So you've got your oxygen mask on and you're being calm, but there's a real danger that you can get totally carried into sort of just working, and actually, again, you know, to maintain that strong foundation, you have to look after yourself. And again, it doesn't matter where you are, what role you're playing in a team. For any of us that are leading, understanding and supporting and creating healthy practices, you know, making sure that we're well hydrated, making sure that we are putting good things in, both in terms of the food that we're eating. It's so easy to get caught up into eating loads of sugar and carbohydrates and not moving enough in the day and not taking those breaks and exercises. I think another thing which again often is difficult for people to receive is some meditation, and for us meditation is mindful practices, you know, being mindful with yourself and others. And if you want some really simple 2, 3, 4 minute meditations, there's some great content being recorded by John, our Director of Service at Lifestyle Services in Gloucester, and there's a link here. Just use the link and share away. And it's really important that when you are on video calls, our brains are still able to recognize, read non-verbal communication. So do make sure that you pay full attention to how you are, what you say, but also that sort of thing about breathing. And again, the meditation and those sort of practices, those mindful practices, will help you breathe really well. You've got to breathe really well. Oxygen is so important for all of our body, but particularly for our brains. And if you want to be a bit inspired, there's a great clip here. Just inspires me. I watch it probably once or twice a week just to remind me about gratefulness and grace. And I would recommend it to you.
You think this is just another day in your life? It's not just another day.
So, point five, look after your body, treat yourself well. So I hope you've enjoyed this series of 5 brief conversations on leading at your best, how to lead virtual teams, and particularly working with human beings, people at the centre. I hope it's been useful. If you need any further information, advice, if you want to have a chat, a conversation, we are here. We are offering our support, and we'd be only too willing to explore. And ultimately, we will all come out of this better, more resilient. I'm sure with a few battle scars, but we will come through, and we are committed to playing our part and supporting you. Go well.